Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health. It's coming into winter in Australia, so I want to make this. It's quite cold at the moment, so I want to make this vegetable soup. It's a pumpkin and vegetable curry soup. I'm going to make it in the Thermomix because it's so easy. Now, you can do this on the stovetop if you like. You just have to cut up your onion and things like that. You can use any vegetables that you like. I've got pumpkin, potato and cauliflower because that's what I have left before I go to the farmer's market this afternoon. But I also have made this vegetable curry paste, vegetable stock paste. So this is what I use in my Thermomix as stock. So I make it in the Thermomix. It's got onion, garlic, basil, parsley, zucchini, tomato, celery. So it's got carrot. So it's got a lot of veggies in it already. If you buy a stock from the supermarket, you will probably get a lot of foods in there that aren't so great. You'll get some oils like canola oil and things. You want to try and avoid that. So it made 2 jars. That's got a lot of salt in it, so it will keep in the fridge for quite some time. But I also put some in a bag labelled vegetable stock, and I put the date on it, so you can put it in the freezer and then just break bits off. You only use sort of like a tablespoon at a time. Speaking of tablespoon, right, so I'm going to put a whole onion in half into Thermomix. I need the lid. So I'm just going to cut it for a couple of seconds. Right, that's it. That's just chopping it up basically. So drop in the comments if you've got a Thermomix, if you love pumpkin soup, if you want to jazz up your pumpkin soup a little bit. So there, that's just chopped. I'm going to add some butter. It's probably about 50 grams of butter just so I can cook this up a little bit. So pumpkin and potato are really high in vitamin C. So this is good for winter. But you can chuck carrot in here, zucchini, whatever. I'm going to do a couple of minutes just to let that onion go. I'm going to do it on, oh goodness, it's hard to do back to front, oh my gosh. 100 degrees. So, yeah, well, like I was saying, full of vitamin C, helps the body boost the immune system, and this is a really good way. Your curry powder, you can add any sort of curry powder you like, the turmeric and things like that, also helping benefit anti-inflammatory immune system. Loads of vegetables in this. This is a really nice way to get some vegetables in the kids. So when I add curry powder and stuff to it, the kids have no idea what's in it. They just think it's a soup. My son won't eat pumpkin soup, but he'll eat this one. So yeah, I normally add a bit of broccoli and a zucchini, but I have got, this is all I had left before I go to the farmer's market. So drop it in the comments, how do you make, everyone makes pumpkin soup differently. I'm not going to add any cream or anything to this just because we don't really eat a lot of dairy, but you can add a little bit of cream or sour cream if that's what you like. You can add, oh hey goody, you can add whatever it is that you like. I'm going to add some stock now. I better get some water, hey? Talk about being unprepared. So I've got 1 minute to go before the onion's nice and soft, and then I'm just going to add these vegetables in. I've only cut them about that big, and I'll put them in, let it cook. I'll add the curry powder. You can add as much curry as you like. We love a fair bit of curry in this house, so we like a bit of spice. You can add some chili. I'm just going to then add the stock. I don't need salt. I'll add a little bit of pepper because we love that, and I'll just let it cook. And then once it's done, I'll just whiz it up for about 5 seconds and it'll be blended, and that will be it. That's as simple as it is. It's so easy. You can do it on the stove top and then blend it later, put it in the food processor, or if you've got one of those hand mixers. Oh, you're eating your pumpkin soup already. Nice. Well, you're nice and healthy, goody. So I'm just going to add in the curry powder now while that's cooking, because that will cook off some of the curry. So while that's going, do you like it a little bit spicy? And then basically that'll be it. It's so easy. It's the easiest soup. The hardest part was cutting the skin off the pumpkin. Right. Now I'll just add the veggies in. I got extra potato just because pumpkin's a little bit sweet for me. Oh crap. I find pumpkin a bit sweet, so I like to add in extra potato, and then I'll put in my vegetable stock, my stock paste. That's going to give extra nutrients. And then I'm going to do about 500 grams, go onto my scales, of water. And that's it. So that'll be it. Cook that for about 20 minutes or until everything is nice and tender, and then I'll blend it up. Just put it on for 20 minutes. I'll test it. 100 degrees. And that's it. Okay, so what is your favourite soup? I do a cauliflower and bacon soup that the kids love, potato and leek. We can't go past, I think you do need to get a Thermomix goodie, because that's pretty simple. Like, it chops for you. I've got a cutter, I've got a grater, you can put it all in here. I grate all my cheese. You can meal plan in here. I plan my meals, so because the kids do a lot of training after school, or I'm working sometimes, so they'll come in, there'll be the ingredients in the fridge, and I go, rightio, Tanner, my daughter, who's 15, get in there, cook whatever's for dinner tonight, and it literally tells them step by step what to do. It's like, rightio, put half an onion in, turn it on to speed 5, it'll chop it for 2 seconds, and that's it. So they're not they're not cutting too much, they don't burn themselves, you don't burn the food, it sets the temperature. This is me doing it manually, but if there is a pumpkin soup, or any sort of soup, you can do minestrone, I do laksa, yeah, do anything in here basically. So it saves me a lot of time and makes the kids cook for me, which is even better. And I can also, when I do a meal plan, it'll come up with a shopping list, and I can send that off to Woolworths supermarket, and that will then do an online shop for me and send me my groceries. So it's pretty simple, and it saves me so much time. Being a single mum and, you know, working a lot and kids' sports and whatever after school, it makes it really, really easy. So it's a good way to get the kids cooking. And, you know, we make desserts in here. I made sticky date pudding the other night for the kids because that's their favourite. So you do the pudding and then you do the sauce. But you just literally, you turn this on and you walk away. You don't have to stir anything because it does it for you. It's like, yeah, everything in one. It makes it so much easier for me, and I absolutely love it. So it's a really good investment for my time saving. So if time saving is important to you and making easy meals is important to you, then this is really good. So if you love this meal, go on and make it yourself. It's really, really simple. But if you love a curry, get onto this one. Put some curry in your pumpkin soup.